Hello, I'm Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz, August 28, 2017, 11:43 p.m., Birmingham. And topic, you got it. We're going to still hash out the last three blogs. I want to jump from this past blog where we talked about Revelations 12 back to Revelations 4, verse 1. And tell you something there, and of course you all know this is where we think that the rapture occurs, 4 verse 1. And after this I looked up, and behold, a door in the heaven was open, and the voice that called down was as a trumpet talking to me, saying, "Come up here, and I'll show you these things that must happen hereafter." And immediately I was in the Spirit and before the throne of God. Well, the church is not mentioned after chapter 4, verse 1. But you hear people say, no, that's chapter 6. Well, let me tell you what. Chapter 6, the Lamb opens the seals. The first seal, the second, the third, then the fourth, fifth, sixth, and then jumps into something else. And keep in mind, each judgment, the seventh part of that judgment opens the next set of judgments. So the 6 judgments, if the 7 seals, 6 of judgments, and the 7th one, they open up the next. But hidden in the Bible is also the 7 thunders. That is a mystery that no one knows what it is. And God told John, he said, utter not what you saw the thunders do. I believe that'll be a surprise judgment that'll be harsh. Maybe on a select group of people, I don't know. But I believe it will be judgments along with all those that the seals, the vials, the trumpets, and then maybe the 7 thunders, and then whatever the 2 witnesses decide to impose on people. We do know they're going to turn water into blood. We do know they're going to withhold rain for the time that they're on earth, 3.5 years. We do know that they're going to kill people and destroy people with fire. They're going to destroy people likewise the way they tried to destroy them, because God gave them a job to do, to witness, and gave them the power to withstand anyone who tried to stop them, and they do. They continue to witness. The 144,000 sealed by God to witness are male virgin Jews. They'll go throughout the earth witnessing. Not one of them will die. Every single one of them will go into a new village or a new settlement or something throughout South America where there may be 1,000 or 2,000 or 5,000 different languages, but they're going to know each language. When they walk into that village, they will bring peace upon the people, and they will talk their language. God is making it so easy for everyone to come under his Son, Jesus Christ, as an umbrella, as a duck covers the babies. You know, he shields us, and he's trying to do it all the way through the tribulation. But what do? Ignore him. They'll continue to curse him. So we have the church leaves. And it's no longer mentioned in the book of Revelations until we get to the end. So that means we must not be here. But back up to chapter 3, verse 3. Here we are, a prelude to the eclipse we just had. Remember, therefore, how thou hast received, just like it just received, and we did, and heard, and hold fast, and repent. If therefore thou shalt not watch, then I'll come as a thief in the night, and thou shalt not know the hour which I come to thee. There it is. We had an eclipse, a warning of the eclipse, and we did not heed that warning. Who thought, well, I went through that. I won't hash out again who thought hurricane. But that's the wrong way to look at it. We should have known judgment. Whatever it is, judgment is coming. We'll know next time. But the church, in my opinion, will not be here 7 years from August 21, 2017. I don't believe the church will be here. And Mark Biltz has a study. I can find it and I can put it down where you can find it, that says if man's time is 120 years, if that is a generation, and if man's time is 100 years, that is a generation. If man's time is 70 years, a generation, or if man's time is 40 years, a generation. He said, Mark says it doesn't matter because each of them will fall all on the same date. All of them will fall on the same date. What day is that? Well, September the 21st. That'll begin the final year. Was this the week, then the 70th week? We're in the last year, or the last 7 years. So if we're going to be here for another eclipse, and since we're here today, then certainly people will be here 7 years from August 21. People will be here because we've not had a rapture of the church. But I am looking, I've never said this to you before, but I'm looking to be out of here. And I'm going to just assume that it's going to occur any day now. I want for myself to be ready and not be caught in an embarrassing position of any way by my Jesus that calls me up. I don't want to have to be doing something and then I'm going to say, put it out, which I don't smoke. Let me say that. I don't do drugs. I tell you that. But if I'm looking on the internet, you won't catch me doing that. But if my mind wanders, you'll catch me doing that. I don't want to be caught embarrassed when Christ calls me up and said, I saw you doing that. Because he's going to tell you he saw you exactly what you were doing 1 second before he called your name. Guys, there's not much else. Chapter 3, we just had an eclipse, chapter 3, verse 3. And then chapter 4, point of the rapture, behold, the doors opened in heaven, and I saw a throne, and then I was in the Spirit. Well, that's a depiction of the rapture of the church. And then you go to chapter 6, the Lamb opens the seals. Who's worthy? Only the Lamb was worthy. And the Lamb opens the seals. The rest of it is everything that happens during the tribulation, during the final 7 years. That's all that you will read from thereafter. There's no reading about going back to this eclipse or a month before this eclipse. The rest of it is what happens after the church has left. That's the rest of the book of Revelations. We're gone. Now, does it start in September 23? Or does it start in that month? Or does it start in that year, which is year 5778 for the Jews? I believe before the year 5778 is up, that will not be here. I'll say that. That's given a year window. I believe we'll not see the end of year Jewish calendar 5778. Because 5777, 5 is the day of grace is over. 777, it is complete. Jody Wolf Expoz.